Yeah, hi everyone. Am I able to work?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, so in the last class, we have seen like how can we create the web pages by using what? By using the servlet interface. Today we'll see the remaining two methods to create the web app that are both the generic servlet and the HTTP servlet. Okay, so let's start it. So the first thing that we are having here input a generic servlet and like it is in a class or we can say it is an abstract class. Okay, that provide us a way to create the web pages, to create the dynamic web pages using the Java. All right. So it is again available in the servlet package. It is an abstract class that implements the servlet. Actually, here the generic servlet is in a predefined class that already implement the servlet interface. And there it has overridden all the methods of the servlet interface except the service method. So here, like let's suppose you are creating a class, okay, and you are inheriting this generic servlet. So the only method that you need to override will be what? Service. Because the init get servlet config get servlet info and the destroy has already been overridden by this. So like there is no requirement to write the syntax or there is no requirement to override these methods. Only the service need to be overridden. All right. So generic servlets are protocol independent and not specific to the HTTP protocol. All right. So however, like it is a general practice to use the protocol specific classes. That is what the HTTP servlet. We'll see that later. And here, like we can say, like ultimately, the method that we'll be using will be what the HTTP servlet class. All right. Like so, we try to create the web app by using what HTTP servlet. Okay, so first let's see what the generic server. So let me open the Eclipse. And meanwhile, like if any of you have any doubt in the last class, then please let me know. Oh, so for that, let me create a new project here. Okay, let it initialize. All right, so now what I do dynamic web project, name it, let's say generic. servlet demo. First when you set. So I have not added the web.xml here. Okay. Let's say web action. Oh, all right. We see that data. Uh, so first of all, let's add index.html page that is going to be our default page here. Oh, all right. So right click on your project, go to new and select what? HTML file. The name of the file here will be the index.html. And here do the same thing. Like what can we do it? We can add a hyperlink. Or okay, let me add that. Jamly servlet tab. And here after that, let's add a hyperlink. Okay, let's add here. So let's say second click. Okay, this is the index.html file we are having here. Now go to Java resource. In the SRC, create a package. Right click over that, go to new, and add a package. Let's see the name of package. So within this package, right click over it, go to new, and add new class. So select class from here, and let's say demo is the class. Finish it. And here, first of all, we need to import the package. So it will be required here import java x.servlet.star and one more import java.io.star. Alright, so here the demo class will inherit what? Generic servlet. Alright, so here we doesn't require to override the init method, destroy, get servlet info, get servlet config. Only the what? Only the service method need to be overridden. Okay. Public voice service, and here it will throw which is servlet exception then file exception. Okay, it will be expecting the two parameter the same servlet request. Let's see the name of the parameter is request and the servlet response. Let's see the name is response. Oh, so here we can put the code within try catch, and within try, first of all get the print writer. So you can say like print writer out equals to what? Response dot get right. Okay, we got the right, so we can make it into print hello. And here like we can define what? An HTML page. So I'm going to define the body directly here. You can define it like first you can have the HTML, within that you can have the head and the body. I'm having the body here. So it is an HTML5 syntax, we can have the body directly here. And let's add an heading here. Welcome to generic servlet demo. What's the heading? Okay. The next thing will be what we need to add the web.xml file, and let me copy paste it from somewhere. The project we created register device ports. So first demo 2, I think, of the project. HTML. Let me copy paste where generic subject. But the web.xml is not at the correct place. It should be within the dash. Well, let me check with the web.xml options. So, right. That's the board. So okay. And here the only thing that need to be changed was your servlet and the servlet mapping tag. Okay. So here you can have any name for your servlet, whatever you like. So you can keep it the demo or something else, whatever you like. Let me say it here. Let's say test. Okay. What is the class? You can say like we have the serve package, and within the serve I have the demo class. So what can I say? Serve dot demo. Create the class. And here again in the servlet mapping, we should have the same name. That would be the test. And what is the URL pattern? You can see here in the index.html, the URL pattern is second. Okay. So I need to specify it as in second. Okay. So now we are ready to run our project. Right click over it, go to run as the server. Okay, don't get server. Let me remove the yesterday project. Then we servlet demo and run right now. Okay, so let me open it here. Okay, click over there. That means the web.xml file is not working correctly. Yes. Actually, while creating the project, I forgot to check the option like to generate the deployment descriptor code. That is why we are facing this problem. Okay. Never mind. Like we are also having one more option for this. Like if you do not want to use the web.xml, then as I told you yesterday, Like we are having one more option for it, that is what we can make use of the annotations. Okay, and here like the annotations can be defined uh, with your class declaration. Okay, and how can we define that? One of the package need to be imported for that. Uh, which- just waiting. Let me see. Yeah. So you need to import a package name what import javax.servlet.annotation. And from there, you need to import what web servlet. This is what you require. And this annotation named web servlet will enables you to define the URL pattern for your class. Like here at the top of your class declaration, you can define this annotation, and like whenever like there will be a request for this test URL, okay, it will execute this my first serve. Okay, so this is also the way like how can we define the URL pattern, like if we do not want to use what web.html file. Okay, all right, so let's try to do it. So the first of all, just import what javax dot servlet dot annotations, and from there what I want web servlet. Okay, now how can we apply the annotation? The annotation always start with the at the rate sign, and here the annotation is put web servlet. Okay, and here within the braces what can we pass? The URL pattern. Like here you can see in the index.html, what is the URL pattern? The URL pattern is second. Okay, so just say here second. Yeah, we are done and will not be having any semicolon. Okay. So now let's try to run it again. Run as sorry. Okay, sorry. I have run the demo.java directly. So I have to run the index.html first. Okay, so let me copy it. Just here. Okay, when I will clicking on the click me, you can see it is taking you where to a demo class that I have created with the second email. Okay, so you can see here like it is in a very easy option to make use of what? To make use the annotations to define the URL pattern. All right. So in that case, like you will not be required to create that web.xcode file. The only thing that you need to remember is what? Include the web servlet that is available within the Java servlet annotation package, and here you can specify the URL pattern, okay, for that particular class. And remember it that if something start with the at the rate sign, that is called what? Annotations. Annotations are like feature of Java that enables you to specify the metadata regarding your class, regarding your methods, type of thing. Metadata will be what like the data about the class, like the details that if you want to specify, then you can specify them using this attributes. Okay, so here we have seen what the generic servlet. So, what feature we are getting in case of generic servlet? So, in case of generic servlet, we only need to override what the service method, because the other four method are already been overridden by the generic servlet. So let me know if anyone is having any doubt in this. We have seen the second method to create the web pages using Java. And the next one, and the main important thing, important one is what the HTTP servlet. That is the main way to create the servlet. But before that, the generic servlet should be clear to everyone. Let me know if anyone is having doubt in this. Okay, all right. So next we have what? We have the HTTP servlet method to create the servlets. And it will be available within the Java Explode servlet.http package. Okay. So it is again an abstract class that inherit the generic servlet class. So we can show it like this. You can see like first of all we have the servlet package that is being implemented by the generic servlet class, and that has overridden all the method except the service. Then we have the HTTP servlet. Okay, that HTTP servlet is inheriting what the generic servlet. and it has overridden all the methods. Like even the service has been overridden here. But here the service will be having the subparts, like we can say the do, get, do, post, etc. As I told you yesterday, like HTTP is having that 8 method, like the get, post, put, update, delete type of thing. So in total, they are having the 8 method, and corresponding to like the method that you are going to use of the HTTP, here it will provide you the do method. Like if you are using the get method of the HTTP, then the do get method will be executed from the servlet. If you are using the post method, then the do post method will be executed, and so on, depending upon the request type, request method that you have used. Okay, so we'll be having the corresponding do method here, like the do get, do post, do put, do delete type of thing. So here, like in place of actually overriding the service method, okay, these are the method that we need to over. Okay, do get, do post type of thing. All right. So the class that inherit the HTTP server class must override at least one of the method, as we have seen, like the do get, do post, do trace, do put type of thing. In most of the cases, we override what? Either do post, do get, or do post. Because as we already know, like in more than 99% cases, we are going to use either the get or the post method of the HTTP protocol. Okay, so there is no reason to override the service method, as the service method also handles the HTTP request by sending them to what? Handler method, like the do get or do post type of thing. So HTTP servlet is specific to the HTTP protocol, and that is why like it is a recommended method to create the servlets here. So remember, the method that we have to use here will be the HTTP servlet, and whatever the servlet will be creating in the remaining chapters here, okay, we are going to use the HTTP servlet method there to create. All right. Okay, so everything here will remain the same. The only thing that will be changed is what? Okay. So let me edit the same project that I created with the name of generic servlet. So index.html will remain the same. There is no change required. All right. The only thing that I want to change here, like in place of generic, I will be saying here HTTP servlet demo. Okay. In the demo.java, Java file that I have created, I need to inherit what? The HTTP servlet. And the HTTP servlet available where? In a package name import javax.servlet.http. So that package need to be imported here. Okay, and now in place of generic servlet, we can say what? HTTP servlet. All right. And here, now we'll not be like working with the service method. Okay, we'll be working with what? Do get or do post type of method. And the other things will also be changed here. So let me change the same method here. Look here. When we will click over the link, okay, when like the index.html page will be running, okay, we'll be having a hyperlink there with the name click me. So as soon as I will click over that, a request will be reached to the server. And like which HTTP method will be using there? Can anyone tell me? When I will be clicking on that link, what will be the HTTP method there? Any one of you? Look, either it can be get or post. Can you tell me whether it will be get or post?
Sir, get.
Why it will be get? Can you elaborate it? Why it will be get?
Sir, because we request.
Look, I told you yesterday, if we haven't specified any method of the HTTP, you can see here in this line, okay, this is the hyperlink code here. I have not specified like what HTTP method I want to use here. And in that case, what will happen? It will make use of the default method. And what is the default method of HTTP? It is the get method. All right. So here it will be making use of the get method. It is the default method here. Okay. So here in the demo.java file, what will happen? It will execute the do get method. Okay. So here I need to create what? Do get method. And here the parameters will also be changed. Like we have the servlet request and the servlet response so far. Actually, there are the parent of, there are the child of servlet request and the servlet response named HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response respectively. And that will provide you some additional methods also. So here the name will be changed to HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response. And these are again available where in the Java Explore servlet.http package. Okay, so they are having like more functionality, or we can say some additional methods. If you compare with, them with what the servlet request or servlet response. Actually, the HTTP servlet request and the HTTP servlet response are the child of servlet request and servlet response. Okay, it will be throwing the same exception servlet in the IO. Okay, the other thing will remain remain unchanged here. Okay, we can say here welcome to in place of generic servlet, I can say what HTTP servlet temp. Let's say with get method. All right. In that way, I can define the multiple methods also here. Like if let's suppose if there will be no post request, then the do post will be executed. So here, what can I do is let me copy it and create a one more method here. And the name of the method will be what do post. All right. And in place of get, let me put here what post. Okay, so if it will be an HTTP post request, then the do post method will be executed from here. If it will be a get request, then the do get will be executed. And as I have already told you, like when we'll be clicking on that link, by default, it will be making use of what? The get method. So here in the demo.java, it will be the do get method that will be executed. So this will be the output that we are going to get in that. Okay, so now let's try to execute it. And you can see here, uh, the URL pattern I have already specified using the web servlet annotation here. Okay, so we do not require to add the web.xml file. So now right click over it, run as run server. All right, copy it and put it in the browser. Okay, so let me click over this hyperlink. So you can see what you are getting. Welcome to HTTP servlet demo with get method. So that means what? The do get method executed from the servlet. All right. And let's suppose if you have specified the method as post, in that case, the do post will be executed. All right. That we'll see later. But for now, up to this point, let me know if anyone of you is having any doubt. So up to this point, we have seen all the three methods. And remember, the last one, the HTTP servlet, we are going to use now. Okay, because it is the method that is specific to the HTTP protocol and will provide us some additional functionalities. Okay, use of annotations I have already told you. Anyone, any doubt up to this point? Look, now we'll see the shortcut of creating what? Of creating the servlet. All right. Let me close this project and now let me create a new project here. So now go to again to the file, new, and select the dynamic web project. And let's say the name is HTTP servlet. Let's say 2. The one is already there. Okay, go next, next, generate the web.xml. However, we are not required this file here. Still, let me create it. Oh, oh. So here is your project, HTTP servlet demo 2. So first of all, let me create what? The HTML file that will be our default file here. The name of the file will be what? Index.html. Let me add a heading. HTTP servlet demo. Okay, now let me add a hyperlink. Okay, all right. So here the URL pattern is what? Third. Now what can I do is I can go to the Java resource in the SRC folder, right click over that, go to new and create a package there. Let's say the package name is what? Sub. SER. Okay, now right click over the package. And so far what we have done is, like from here we were selecting a class, but here you will also be getting an option of servlet. Okay, that you can see here. Okay, the servlet is also an option here. All right, and by default here it will create a demo servlet for you that you can modify according to your requirement. All right, and here the servlet that it's going to create will be an HTTP servlet. So like in place of creating class, okay, what can I do is I can directly select the servlet option from here. Okay, so click over the servlet. First of all, it is asking the class name, like what name you want to have for the class of the servlet. So you can say whatever the name, let's say the demo is the name here. Okay, click over next. Okay, so here the important thing is what URL mapping. So it will be the URL using which your demo servlet will be executed. As you can see here, in the index.html, I have passed the URL what as in third. Okay. So by default, what it will do, it will give the same name to the URL as your class name. But if you want to modify it, you can modify it. Okay. Double click over that and you can define some other URL pattern. Like here, I have specified what third. Click over OK, and here by default it will be making use of the annotations to define the URL pattern. Click next and just say finish. And it will create a default servlet for you. Let's see what we are having here. Okay, so these are the package that it has imported here. And the important thing to note here is what you can see the @web servlet and the URL pattern is what third. So by default, what it is doing, it is making use of the annotation to define the URL pattern for your class. Okay, so here we have a class named demo. You can see here it is inheriting what? It is inheriting the HTTP server. And after that, you can see like some additional code that has nothing to do. Okay, if you want, you can delete. Okay, the main thing is what you can see like we have the do get and the to post method available here. Okay, and we can write the code here according to our requirement, like what you want to specify. Okay, so you can delete whatever the code available there and can write your code. You can define the try catch, and here you can have the like the write writer. Let's it out. Go through this. Don't get writer. Now with using this out, I can use the print ln. Here within the body, I can specify whatever the code of HTML. H1. All right, and in the same way, what can you do is you can specify the code of the do post. Remove the code. Okay, and that's all. Now run your project. Right click on your project. Select run as, run on server. Select next. Remove the generic server from here and just finish it. What happened? The requested resource. Scheduled. We try to run it one more time. Still it is not executing. So let me try to restart the server. Okay, now it has been. Okay, sometimes the server creates a problem. Oh, and when we click in the click me, demo or login. This is what we are putting. Okay, so like you can see here, like this is the short way to create the servlet here. So you can directly select the servlet in place of class, and here like you will be getting a sample servlet, okay, that you can modify according to your requirement. All right. So let me know if any one of you is having any doubt of this one. And this way we have completed the lecture number 13. Okay, the next lecture will be starting in the next class because I know it's a little bit complex thing. I want like all of you should be like at least complete, at least exercise it at least for the 2 times, okay? So that you will get to know the things. And this is the only way, okay? If you will be getting these example, only then you'll be able to understand the remaining things here. Okay. The next what we'll be doing is we'll try to learn about the servlet request and the servlet response. And whatever the methods available to them, we'll try to use. Okay. So anyone any doubt up to this point? Then let me know. Look, in that way, you can create interactive websites also. Okay. And one more thing, as I told you, like I will share a list of project. Uh, just give me a minute. Pause the recording.